Hey, what's up? Akame ga Kill episode 24. Sorry about this being so late, but I had to take a trip. I came to my parents' house for the holidays. So yeah, sorry. I came in, I watched the episode, and oh boy. Oh boy. Esdeath dies. Leone dies. Najinda didn't do shit. I can't believe, why was she the leader in the first place? Take care of Esdeath for me! I'll just stand here and do nothing. Esdeath versus Akame, oh man. The outcome, disappointing, because it's like Esdeath, I mean, she could freeze time, and then Akame's like, oh, by the way, yeah, I kind of avoided the range of that technique that you used to freeze time, and what you saw was kind of like your bloodlust, or your ambition to hunt people. So fuck you. There's this part where like Esdeath summons like a fucking ice meteor to fall on Akame, and Akame is somehow able to dodge that shit. I don't know how she's able to dodge a fucking ice meteor. I was watching it with my sister, and we were talking about it as it was going on because it was kind of crazy, and so we thought, why can't Esdeath create an arm out of ice, like do an Aokiji sort of deal, create her arm out of ice, and then just go on and own Akame. That didn't happen. Akame revealed her trump card, which I don't know if this spoils the manga or whatever. It could, and it makes a lot of sense, because of her ability. She cuts herself, and then she unleashes like this Tokyo Ghoul type of fucking mode. This mode allows her to speed blitz Esdeath, like even the time freezing technique. And, it's all nice. It looks really well choreographed. A lot of blade action, which I like, just because I like the sound when, whenever there's an anime fight and there's blades, I just love hearing the steel on steel sort of sound that goes like ching, ching. Esther did, like, one of the most badass things when she's like, well, you used Murasame on my arm. So the curse mark started expanding. She said, fuck this shit. And they still go at it. A lot of pretty cool ice techniques, ice pillars and shit. And then finally, Akame lands the final blow on Esdeath. She just, slashes her through the chest pretty much. She walks over to Tatsumi and she freezes him along with herself. And that was just super poetic. And that was a pretty good end for Esdeath. I didn't want her to die, but I knew something had to go down because it's the last episode, and I didn't bet on Akame dying. I was betting on both of them dying, but I knew Esdeath had to go because it's the last episode, and in a way, she's kind of a character that's not redeemable. So she freezes herself, and if they had just left it at that, that would have been great. However, I don't know why the fuck this happens. They explode. Both of them turn into fucking ice dust, and the ice dust like goes to heaven. I actually expected Tinkerbell to show up and be like, Wave and Run are doing okay. They go and visit Kurome. They say they're going to do their best to sort of maintain order in this new political system that they got going on. And here's the thing. When it comes to political transitions, when it comes to like changing governments and stuff, even if it's like the most tyrannical sort of structure being replaced by a democratic sort of republic thing, these transitions don't go smoothly. Because it's like you still have to get used to like all these new sort of rules and guidelines, and people have to, be accustomed to these new ways of life and stuff. So it's not all happy and dandy. And they showed some fireworks there and shit with, some three girls that I don't know what those three girls were, but it was they kind of look like mine, Shirley and Lobach's kids or whatever. I don't know if that was supposed to represent anything. Leone dies, and there wasn't really a need for that. I think like if she had played it smart and sneaked up on the guy and killed him from behind, everything would have been okay. But, and then she gets shot multiple times. The fucking Chancellor has this ring that just allows him to destroy other Imperial arms. So that fucks her up. After she gets shot, and after she deals with the Counselor by just, crushing his head into the friggin' pavement, Leone talks to Akame. If you're still capable of moving around after being shot that many times, you would take your ass to the hospital. So it's kind of like, at first I thought, wait, so is Leone actually talking to Akame in this scene, or is it Leone's soul, or spirit, or whatever you want to call it, right? Turns out it was Leone. Waste of time. She goes and dies in a fucking alleyway. Like a stray cat that was abandoned. You think Najinda gives a fuck? Fuck no. Bye, Akame. Nice meeting you. Yeah, sorry that you had to go through all this fucking trauma and that all the people that you cared about died. But Now it's time for you to become Batman. And Akame's like, okay, like just blame everything on me. So she pulls a Bruce Wayne pretty much. Like it's the Dark Knight Part 2 because she's like, put all the blame on me. You know, I'm the hero that the friggin' Capitol deserves, just not the one that it needs right now. And she runs off. You get like a shot of Tatsumi's town, and the villagers are getting a lot of money, and it's snowing. And they actually think that Tatsumi's still going to return with his friends. Before the ending credits, like we have like this narrator saying, you know, trying to tell us the moral of the story, which is complete bullshit because it was just total senseless killing for shock value. God, I enjoyed the crap out of this show, man. It was so funny. It's only 24 episodes, you know. If this had gone on for like 100 episodes and this is what they did to the freaking, you know, canon material, then I would have been like pissed off and be like, okay, so not only was this ridiculous, but I also wasted a lot of time. It's not that big of a deal. It's just that by the end of this, things got way too crazy too fast, and a lot of the stuff felt rushed, even for somebody who doesn't read the manga like myself. But I enjoyed it. At least I had a good time with it. I don't know about you guys. You know, this series made me laugh. It made me cry. Actually, no, it just made me laugh. It had some pretty decent fight scenes, comedy, and fan service. The deaths, they start out as really, really shocking and really, really meaningful. And then after a while, you just get used to it. So you're like, fuck, I don't feel anything. Shit. Because they happen too often. If I were to give it a rating, I think I would give this anime a 7.8 out of 10. But that's just my opinion as a non-manga reader. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Like the review if you did. And subscribe to my channel for more of my videos. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Oh, man. They turned into ice dust.